What's going on, guys? Aarava here. Welcome to an F1 2016 gameplay video. Today, obviously, E3 has started. Day one of the show floor was yesterday, and so now we've got some F1 2016 gameplay. So the footage you're about to watch is from Xbox E-Gen or Xbox Y-Gen, I don't know, but they're basically the ones that captured the footage, so do go check them out. A link will be in the description to the full gameplay. I'm only going to be using a few little kind of bits of it in this video right now, but we're going to be discussing what we can see in it. But to be honest, it won't be too much in depth about talking about the gameplay itself, because really, you know, it's just time trial gameplay. You can't really read too much into it. If you try to, you're pretty much just kidding yourself in terms of, you know, trying to figure out, because you don't really know until you play it. And obviously I've played it, but you guys haven't, so it's a little bit unfortunate, although I have made lots of videos about my feelings on the handling and everything like that, so do go check them out in the other videos I've made previously in like March. So right now we're looking at a gameplay of the Haas F1 car going around USA. So you can see that the track daytime editor is being used here. In all the gameplay, the track time day editor has been used. So I guess obviously it's quite an interesting thing to look at visually for people going to E3. So they used it all the time. A little bit annoying, to be honest, because, you know, it would have been nice to also see a full daytime one, because there's a lot of times where things are blocked out because of how dark it is. But basically, this is not like what you're typically going to see in a career mode kind of race. Obviously you'll see full sunlight, but during sessions like FP1 and maybe even like Q3, if it's a really late Q3 in some places like USA, you may see the time of day to come into play, and that you'll see this sunset come down or sunrise come out, and you'll see the track kind of, you know, the lighting will get different, and it becomes a bit of a difficult challenge to actually drive around, because you'll see a few break points are maybe harder to spot, and you'll see the kind of sun flare in your eyes, so it gets a little bit harder in that sense. Looking at the actual gameplay, so I'm going to talk you through the kind of the heads-up display. So on the right-hand side, obviously it's changed from a circle to now a rectangular, kind of elongated one, with the revs coming across the dash like it is in the real F1 car wheel, with the rev lights. You can see also when it comes up to DRS zones, there's an orange bar that fills up, so that basically lets you know when the DRS is coming. So I guess that's probably a bit easier for newer players to get into the game. You can see also there's a green bar and a red bar that fills up, and those are your acceleration and brake marker trackings. So obviously you can kind of maybe study back your footage if you use PS4 share to kind of record the video clip, or the Xbox share button, or you know, if you do have a capture card, you can record it back and kind of, you know, study your own lines, study your own kind of acceleration and braking, see maybe where you can improve. And it's something that's been in games like Project Cars and also simulators like iRacing, and it will help you out in that sense if you study it enough. There's also a rev counter as well, so it shows you the actual rev number, I should say. So you can actually see the number of revs you're going at a certain point on the lap. So moving on to a different setting of Canada now, you can see, let's keep talking about the heads-up display. So on the top left now, you can see that the tyre icon is there, so you can see what tyre you are on in time trial, and potentially when you're watching back people, you'll get to know what tyre they're on. And then in the top right, you've got Delta time, which is a new thing in time trial, and also will be there in things like qualifying. So the Delta time is a lot like if you've ever seen iRacing gameplay of basically the Delta telling you how much you're down or up on someone's lap, or in this case your personal best, or the pole position time, and it will move as you go through the lap. So it will show, you know, minus 2.0 1 second, and then you might be up by, or you might be down by like 1/10, I don't know. So it could swing from like -2 to like +1/10, that is, and so you'll see how much time you need to gain. It might make you push that a little bit harder, or maybe make a mistake, but it's a nice thing, because, you know, it's great to see how you're doing on the lap, because sometimes you might want to bail out your lap time, bail out the lap and save the tires maybe if it's in a career mode session. So I think it's a good addition, obviously, and something that I haven't been able to talk about yet until you actually saw the gameplay, because otherwise it wouldn't really make sense to actually try and like let you know what it was about. And then if we look at the bottom right again, you can see the B button, so you might be wondering about that. So the B button, if you click that, that comes up to the menu, obviously for the fuel, the tires, the damage on your car, but also now will be the pit stop you're doing, so what tires you're going on and the fuel mixture you're using. So instead of having it on the left hand side now, they've removed that and they've added it into the right hand side box, and the box is now kind of bigger and more detailed for all that stuff. You can also change brake bias there from like 100% to like 0% in terms of the brake bias, how much you're putting to the front and rear. So that's all changed up for that right hand side. So that's all done by clicking the B button. button. Unfortunately, in all of this gameplay, the person doesn't click the B button, unfortunately. So hopefully, you know, obviously E3 is going on this entire time. So hopefully later on, maybe tomorrow or like on Thursday, someone will click that B button and we'll get to know. Speaking about the rest of E3, I've been told by the community manager of F1 that the release date will be confirmed tomorrow by Codemasters. So that's going to be a big thing. I'll make a video on that when it is confirmed. And also, she told me that the Baku track or some sort of content with Baku will be also shown by Codies themselves. So I don't know, maybe probably like a hot lap, maybe a Baku, I'm guessing, or something like that. But when it comes out, I will definitely do a video on that. But look out for that tomorrow. Baku and the release date confirmed. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's not the 31st of August we've been hearing about on Amazon quite a lot of the time and other places. I'm hoping that's just speculation, because it would be great for me personally and a lot of you guys, I know, if it was a little bit earlier. But, you know, I'm not going to blame them if it is 31st August. You know, I'd rather let them, you know, give them the time to completely refine the game and launch it when they want to than rush them for that. But, yeah, we'll get confirmation about that tomorrow. And now we move on to the final bit of gameplay, which is the Haas car at Brazil in the wet. So you can see it straight away, the spray looks a bit more you know, in depth on the tires, and then you'll just notice generally, I don't know what assist the guy's running, but generally if you look around the lap while he's driving, it seems like a lot harder, and I can confirm it's a lot harder. Obviously I talked about this back in March in my handling video, which you'll see on a card right now in the top right. You can go click that to learn about more handling and more in depth. But I talked about how it's a lot harder now, it's a lot more tricky, it looks a lot more like real life, where the car is really slow. You have to really tentatively like move the steering wheel around, and like it just feels like you're searching for grip, rather than right now on 2015 and pretty much every other F1 game that's been so far, you can pretty much just chuck it in with quite a lot of confidence and it's no biggie. But right now for 2016, from what I've played, it's definitely feeling like you have to really feel out the grip, and the lap times are going to be so much slower than they were for 2015 and compared to the dry lap times. But that's going to be my full thoughts on the gameplay so far from E3. To be honest, if you're trying to read any more into it, I really think you're just kidding yourself in terms of it's just time trial. You can't really take much into it apart from the visuals. But obviously, for the majority of you guys, you've never seen F1 2016, so I can understand the hype maybe about seeing some gameplay. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. Leave a like if you did enjoy it, and let me know what you thought. And if you're looking forward to seeing some more, hopefully, let me know what you thought of the gameplay in general. Obviously, I've made a load of videos before this, and personally, for me, the videos I made like 3 weeks ago about all the announcement videos and all the kind of, the R&D, the handling, the practice sessions, stuff like that, I think that's all far more important and interesting than these time trial videos. So if you haven't seen it yet, if you're new around here, then do get subscribed and go watch those videos. Annotation on screen right now, and also you can click the cards in the top right there if you're on mobile, and go check those videos out. You have to start with the release date one. You can get to all the other videos, but I recommend looking at the R&D stuff, because they're really, really intriguing if you haven't seen them yet. And personally, I think they're more important than seeing some time trial gameplay, honestly. But obviously that just might be me, because I've, well, already played 3 days of the game, so that might just be on my side. Obviously, you guys are probably quite pumped to see gameplay. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed that video, again, leave a like, let me know what you thought. If you're around here, do subscribe for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been Aarava, home enjoy the rest of the day, and leave any comments you have and questions about the gameplay you've seen, or any more questions about F1 2016. I'll be going through the comments for the next hour or so, just answering questions that you may have. Obviously, some stuff is still under NDA for me, so I can't talk about it, but I will try my best to answer you if you have a question about the handling or the gameplay in general. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I've been over home just the rest of the day, and I will see you guys next time.